So I'm in Doylestown, Pennsylvania today at the Vampa Museum. I think it's been around for a while, but this is a new location. And the collection of stuff here is unbelievable. So this wagon came from Greece, from a small island called Santorini, which apparently, according to the information here, was at one time considered the global epicenter of vampire activity. And specifically the Vrykulakas, which was a type of vampire. And of course, where there's vampires, there's going to be vampire hunters. So there were these traveling vampire hunters and they would use like a wagon like this for all of their tools, and it would have, their stakes and their holy water and arsenic and onions. I mean, who knows what they had? Ropes and obviously little pistols and just different equipment, and they were paid to travel around and help vanquish the vampires. And this wagon is a great example of what they would use. Look at this. It's almost like a vampire cuckoo clock. I mean, where have you... I've never seen anything like this before. Look at these things. These stakes. I mean, somebody put a lot of time into this. I'm assuming the flat part on the top was maybe to like pound it in, because I see some of these kits have mallets, so I'm thinking maybe that's why. Man, just all different types of designs. A lot of Christ, a lot of crosses, obviously. This is one of these kits, always with a Bible. They always have the crosses, chemicals, holy water, or arsenic, possibly, that would have been in these bottles. Maybe still is. Look at this thing. Now that is a serious weapon. Whew. Imagine overhanding that thing right down into some vampire's chest or something. For people who really just, absolutely don't believe in any of this, I hear you, but you have to put yourself in the mindset of that time. I mean, think about the witch trials, the Salem witch trials. I mean, these people absolutely believed that those people were witches. At the time, at least. Hmm? Yeah, see, this one's more of bare bones, just basically carved stakes. They have the cross in there. Would have been kind of like the poor man's hunting kit, vampire killing kit, or hunting kit. compared to something more like this, which this is more like a piece of furniture, I guess. But look at these daggers. That creepy thing. Look at this creepy statue here. I wish there was more information here, more, little plaques that you could read about, because a lot of this stuff is, it's open to interpretation without any kind of, unless you know. I mean, but this seems, it's such a rare, specialized, what would you call this? An industry? That is beautiful, man. Just in a chest itself. Not even with the vampire stuff. Wow, yeah, that is creepy. This chair has to be the weirdest chair, and it is a rocking chair, by the way, but the weirdest chair that I have ever seen. Now, this is not, it's not real. I don't know who would have made this or why. It's pretty interesting. All these weird figures carved onto here. Probably one of the highlights of this museum is this original, apparently, exorcism chair. This thing, if this is real, this thing is pretty unbelievable.
No, seriously, I couldn't. Amazing.
Look at these. I mean, I don't know. Would this really hold you in place? It's I just had no idea that so much detail went into these stakes. I just feel like in movies, they're just, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like all that, those movies, they're just wooden stakes. They're just carved stakes. What's that, The Monster Squad? There's like a bunch of different movies that have them, but none of which had the kind of detail that these have, and they're clearly very old. I mean, I know this belief is very, very old, but I'd be more of like a budget vampire hunter, where I would just use, like the leg of a piece of furniture or something, or some old wood. I wouldn't have this unbelievably intricate designed stakes, because then also you lose the stake. Well, maybe not. I guess if the vampire dies. Yeah, I don't know. This is way bigger inside than I thought it would be. All kinds of strange and interesting things. This looks like it probably was a closet at one time, so they're utilizing all the space in here. And this is the Ouija board room. All different types. And some are certainly older than others. This looks like the Black Pearl. That's pretty neat. Strange stuff in here. Creepy dolls. Creepiest thing in here. These legs. Yeah. This is the largest hourglass I have ever seen. Look at this thing. I'll put my hand right here. You can see how big it is. That's awesome. So obviously this used to be a house at some point. Well, it's obvious from the outside too. I don't know if that means that this fireplace is original, because man, it is beautiful. I guess it is. I don't know. But that is unreal. Converted into a gas now, but yeah, this is like the devil's door. Oh, now I understand. I walked by and I was like, why does that have those chains and everything all over it? Now I know why.
Voodoo?
Oh, is that what it is? Voodoo? Hoodoo?
Is it the voodoo that you do? Voodoo? I love all these curio pieces.
Look at this one just lounging. Laying out, relaxing. This area is easily the creepiest dolls in this museum. Look at this thing. And they get creepier as you go on here. All these different, they look fairly, almost reminiscent of like religious, but then they have skulls on their heads, you know, or as their heads. A lot of times these, at least, are in the, like a praying position. You know, obviously there has always been some sort of a correlation between Catholicism, at least, and vampires and things like that, although there's even mention of stuff, I believe, in the Quran as well. I mean, maybe all religions, I don't know. People that are in here before were freaking out over this painting because her eyes follow you, but and we've seen paintings like that before, but still, it's a pretty cool looking painting. So believe it or not, this used to be a house. I just talked to the guy who owns the property, and this was a house at some point, and it is incredible in there, as you saw. But I also wanted to show you the property of this place. First and foremost, it's an antique place, but they sell unbelievable antiques, like $25,000 armoires and things like that from, you know, 300 years ago from France. You know, crazy stuff that they sell. But on the outside, they sell all these interesting lawn ornaments, I guess you could call them. Now, locally, I guess this place is known for the giant fiberglass statues, mostly the dinosaurs. These things are every bit of 10 feet tall, or at least this T-Rex. Usually they have more here. I've been here before. These are unreal. So that's just a brief explanation or a brief showing you of what the exterior of this place looks like. I'm probably going to do its own video just because it's so fascinating, but I just wanted to show you some of these amazing statues here. So anyway, that's it for the Vampa Museum. That place is incredible, and it's way bigger than I thought it was going to be. They have some stuff in there that will blow you away. So if you're ever in the Doylestown area, definitely go and check out the Vampa Museum. So I'm getting out of here. Gonna go get some food in New Hope, Pennsylvania. See you in the next video.